Hey everybody, Prop Aviator here. Sorry I've been on a bit of a video hiatus. Work has just gotten really busy the past few months, and I haven't really had much time to work on anything, haven't had really even much time to ride, but it's winter here anyway. So I did want to make a quick video on this bike that I picked up today. I actually went to a guy's house over towards Waynesville, North Carolina to pick up some parts for my 95 R1100 GS. And while we were there, I saw this back in the corner of the shop and asked him what the deal was with it. And he said he'd had it about 20 years, had never gotten it running. He said he never really messed with it. Apparently, it was in the basement of a rental house that he had. Somebody had left it there, and he contacted them, and they said they didn't want it anymore, and for him to just keep it. So he kept it, and like I said, kind of shoved it back in a corner and more or less forgot about it. Now, what is it? It's a 1971 Bridgestone 100 TX. I think it's 100 TX. It's right there. TMX, I'm sorry. 100 TMX. Bridgestone, the tire manufacturer, made some motorcycles in the late 60s and early 70s. And by all accounts, they're pretty good machines. So this is a 100cc two-stroke. It's in remarkably good shape, and the really interesting thing is it's only got 743 miles on the odometer. And judging by the general condition of the bike, I'd say that's probably accurate. So I don't have a title for it. I'll have to get it titled. But there was some interesting tech on these things. They had an oil injection system, which was sort of rare for two-strokes back then. They've also got a rotary valve in the engine, which is pretty cool. But this one's in pretty decent shape. Of course, the tank is rusty, but it's not rusted through. Oil tank looks to be in good shape. It turns over nice and smooth. It feels like it's got good compression. Right now, I've got the carburetor off, and in the ultrasonic, I've got it turned off at the moment so I can do the video, to try and get it freed up, because I can't get that cable off of the carb slide because the carb is stuck, and I really don't want to cut that cable if I don't have to. I could probably take it off of the handlebar end, but it also runs the oil metering pump down there, and I can't really get that off without being able to pull the cable all the way up, which I can't do with the carb seized. So we'll mess with that a little bit before we get too barbaric with it. One interesting thing I noticed about this is if you look at the rear sprocket, it's actually like a dual sprocket. There's like a low range for trails and stuff, I guess, and a high range. I don't know if you need, like extra links to put in the chain or what. Or maybe there's enough adjustment in the tensioner to allow that to happen. I don't know. I'll find a manual on it. But yeah, should be a fun little bike. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it. I may just get it running and flip it. But like I said, it's in pretty good shape for its age. So I'll try and keep this updated and let you know what's going on with this bike. And hopefully we can get it running here before too long. Till next time. All right, so I did manage to get the carburetor off. Or the carburetor apart, rather, I should say. So I'm just running the carb through the ultrasonic right now. You can see it's pretty clean inside. The jets appear to be clear. The float valve seems to work. Float doesn't look like it leaks. Bowl's nice and clean. So I'm not even going to rebuild the carb. I'm just going to put it back together and slap it on there and hope for the best.